The beautiful city of Mombasa, which bubbles with very interesting stories. Look at the nightlife. The streets are sparkling with lights. And I believe you have learnt about this castle, a fortress, a palace, and a military base, which signifies power, majesty, and fear. Along the striking beaches along the coast of Mombasa Island stands an old and rusty, strong castle-like building which represents and is a symbol of peace, warlordship, and colonialist power. That is Fort Jesus. Fort Jesus in Mombasa. It has shaped the Mombasa's landscape. This fort was built by Portuguese between 1593 and 1596. Many people in the country know of this beautiful castle, but very few know of the sweet stories it bubbles. Fortress in Mombasa, and I'm here to spill everything pertaining the fortress which was built 450 years ago and still standing strong with its representation. Fort was built by the order from King Philip I of Portugal to guard the port of Mombasa and guard it from the invaders, that is the Omani Arabs living in the British colonies. This was designed by Ivan Batista. Now the building of the fort, that is known, came from the Swahili people, that is the indigenous inhabitant from Mombasa. This fortress takes the shape of a man when viewed from a vantage point of view. It stands on a spur of coral reef, the hard rocks within the coastal region, and tells the story of how at one particular point the Portuguese ruled along the coastal region of East Africa. The fortress is strategically located to see any ship that is approaching. The fortress became a battlefield between the Omani Arabs and the Portuguese because it spewed a sparkling interest because of its vantage position, and this led to the capture and recapture of this fortress 9 times, with the Omani Arabs gaining control of the fortress by 1698. In 1895, the British colonies took over and turned the fortress into a slave room, building and petitioning prisons for slaves and cells within the fortress. So this was during the era of the slave trades, where the ships had to dock along the coast of Mombasa before the slaves were actually taken to various countries within the Persian Gulf and even the European country, where they acted as a form of cheap labor in the plantation, in the farms, and even some were being forced to act as a sex objects to the colonists. You can see the cannons were strategically placed to protect it from the invaders and the dissatisfied local inhabitants. With that short history and still another 2-second conclusion at the end, this December I decided to visit the Fort Jesus in Mombasa to take a tour and see and even get the real history of this fortress, which has stood on this spur of coral for 450 years. I've just been getting something about Fort Jesus, but I've never gotten the real history. Now in these videos you'll see several structures and even the modern construction of the Fort Jesus, because it has been preserved since the Portuguese left the country. So feel free and enjoy the video. Just chill and you watch this video till the end, and you're going to enjoy this video. I'm not going to explain anything because I'm yet to find a tour guide who will guide me and show me every specific place, what it meant, what the house meant, what maybe those petitions meant, and particular What I learned is that the fort has been preserved through renovation several times. The structure literally reveals the Portuguese, the Arabs, and the British influences in it. It has retained its form, its design, and materials which were used to build, preserving its authenticity of resting along the coast of Mombasa, which is adjacent to Mombasa Old Town, which it also shares a common history. Today, it is a landmark of beauty where visitors from local and international countries come to pay homage and admire the Fort Jesus and its carve from the coral rocks. Many renovation have occurred, and you can see the new buildings which have acted as several offices and some pay point at the fortress. The Fort Jesus. Thank you so much for watching, and let me see you in my next video, which is coming later. Don't forget to show some love by subscribing and also pressing on the post notification bell so that such videos you don't miss them out. Bye bye for now.